Ronit, thanks so much for joining us here at the Nashville Jewish Film Festival.
Pleasure to be here.
What are some challenges in making a film like Paradise Shattered where the situation seems to be changing by the day?
Um, you meant when I start filming the movie or now?
Yes, when you started doing the movie.
Yeah, because I started 10 years ago, and I didn't know how it's going to end. But when I started to do it, I thought about movie about hope, and we've been a couple of people that want to initiate the movement and to start to protest and everything. So we don't think that it's going to end like that, this. So I think the most things that I struggle with is about, to be recognized that someone can see my movie or someone is gonna come to my protest. This is what was most important to me those days.
So you had no idea what the finished product was going to be when you started.
No, I don't know that it's a sudden, sadly it's happened like that, but I thought it's going to be a good story. I thought it's going to be about hope and that something is good going to be, that something that we can change the point of view of the people in Israel. I don't know, or the government or something, but never change. Nothing changed.
One of the strong impressions from the movie is that a lot of the everyday citizens in the towns around Gaza were kind of indifferent. Is that fair to say?
I think I think it's changed. Okay, because today much harder for people to ignore what's going on. No, they can't ignore what's every day there is. We are in the middle of war. We still have 48 hostages in Gaza, and every day, every week, more and more soldiers are killed and protest all over the street in Israel. So I think now they are more understand what we are screaming for, because we want people to understand what's happened in the South. But I think if I look at that background, I think that what happened is that Israeli, since it's beginning of Israel, okay, since we always get used to be in a war, and that's what's happened. They want me to stop, show them the truth, because I always show them it can be more difficult, it can be, and they don't believe in that. They want to live their life in peace and quiet, and you know not always be in such a stress. So I think now it's changed because we are in the middle of a war, so it's different.
What do you think might have made your protest more successful? I know that's a hypothetical, but
uh, I don't know what to say. I don't think about it now. I think, like I told you, I think they don't believe that it's gonna be, Uh, Now they understand that what we are warning them about is something is gonna be more worse. This is what happened. So
the news we get here in the US about the Israeli-Gaza war is different from maybe what you might hear in Europe and definitely what you hear in Israel. What's your impression of what the average Israeli thinks about this whole thing?
I know that the most of the Israelis think that we have to stop the war. You can see it all over that we are protesting and that we are in many survey, and you can say that most of the Israeli wants to stop the war, because we believe that if the war is going to stop, the hostage is going to come back and we can start our life. Because now we are like in the middle of, we can't go, we can't leave now, you know? So I think this is what most of the Israelis think. But if you ask about the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, this is again the same issue, because we don't want the Gaza people to be hurt. We want to stop this war. We want to end this war and we want the hostages back. This is what we want. It's not like we want to hurt someone. So this is what I think.
Do you differentiate between the people of Gaza and their leadership?
Exactly like in Israel. It's not all of us, vote for this government. Also in Gaza, they didn't vote for this government. And here we are in democracy. We can vote and we can look forward for the next 4 years. But in Gaza, they are not choose the leaders. But it's a bit different, because we know the story that into Kfar also not only terrorists get in to hurt us, also resilience and people know. So it's a bit different to look at that separate,
Well, since 1977, the Jewish Federations of North America have sent close to $1 billion for different endeavors in Israel. That's 48 years. But they don't generally say much about, domestic politics in your country. Is there anything you would like them to say, or are you glad they're staying out, or what?
It's a tricky question because I want to say that, first of all, thank you. There's so much that they given us. I don't. I think the Jewish Federation and don't give the money like that. They don't bring us check. They give the money not to the government. They give the money to something that to recover the people in the kibbutzes in the country, to rebuilding the houses that is broken. I'm not sure that it's something that you should ask questions about politics. I don't know.
When I was watching the film Ronit, I noticed that when the warning sirens went off, your children seemed like it was just, no big deal. They weren't panicked. They were just going about their business. Is it a sad commentary that kids would get used to that kind of thing?
Unfortunately, yes. Yeah, our children got used to it, and we got used to it also. It become part of our life, to used to be in a war zone. That's not normal. No children supposed to live like that. But I don't know. It's like I told you before, we used to be in a war since Israel is founded, so um, and it's not good. This is why we are protest, because that days we understand that the people have to wake up. We don't have to live like that all the time. We can live in more peace. We can live in more quiet. But people in Israel get used to live like that. I think it's not good. I don't like that. I think we have to look for a better life.
How is Paradise Shattered being received by people who have already seen it?
So in Israel, it was most of the people come and say sorry. Yeah, they say sorry all the time. They sorry about they didn't join us to when we are protesting. They sorry because they didn't recognize what happened in the South. Um, yeah, there a lot of people always say sorry that we are haven't been with you. But for the rest of the world, I didn't. This is a big problem for Israeli movies now, especially if the main issue is October 7 to get into the world festivals. It's really we struggle to take a space in the festival, but in the Jewish community, you're the first. So
Well, we're honored to show Paradise
I
Shattered here in
I
Nashville.
hope I hope it's gonna be good.
You mentioned at the beginning of our talk here at Ronit that you had originally envisioned a film about hope.
Yeah.
Do you still have that hope? Is there anything that you've experienced in your life in recent years, whether it was on the kibbutz or where you are now or making the film, that gives you hope?
Yeah. When I look at the children, okay, they give me hope because they recovered very fast. They 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 are wants to come back to Faraza. I don't know if I can do it, but they want to go back. And they're more strong than me. This is what I believe. Also, I see the people in Israel, we in the community, we are helping one each other. We are rebuilding the kibbutz now. Um, and I think it makes a little bit hope. Um, if you were talking to me 2 years before, I was, I didn't believe in hope anymore, but now it's a little bit, I can see a little bit hope coming in.
What's the one big takeaway you would like people who see Paradise Shattered to have?
That you have to shout to shout up what you want to say. You can don't be silent. Don't be afraid to say what you want to say. Wake up. Your life is not only your life. You have part of a community. You're part of Israel, or you're part of the Jewish community. You have to say what you believe and not to stay in your small life. And I think that now when I see my movie, I really proud that I didn't um, that I was someone that scream and say that and fight for our belief. Okay, and I want my children see it and to see me like a mother that fight for them. So I want that. I also write for me something because I know my English is very. I struggle with my English, so
You
if it's
sound
okay,
fine.
it's still fine. If you understand, so it's okay. I want to read if it's okay. Something that I wrote for the end. If
Please.
it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. So I write. It's just like you're asking. I don't believe in giving up. I know how hard is it to climb out and of such a deep grave, but life is strong. If we stay strong and united, we can make Israel a better place. Uh, we are an amazing people, full of love. In our army, hospitals, and courts, Jewish, Muslims, and Christians live and work together, so it's possible. We should lead this way. Um, That's
That's a lot to think about.
it. Hope.
Well, Ronit, thank you so much for joining us, folks. Ronit Ifargan is the producer, director, the mastermind behind the wonderful documentary we've just seen called Paradise Shattered. If you'd like to connect with Ronit, you can find her on Facebook, and I'm going to spell that for you, Ronit Ifargan. Ronit Ifargan. She's on Facebook, and you can connect there. Ronit, thank you so much. We appreciate this.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And bring back the hostages now.